Hey folks, Fernando doing another video for the Modern Survivalist, and here with some news regarding BRICS, something that you probably heard of, maybe you haven't heard at all, maybe you just don't know what it is and saw it somewhere at some point. BRICS is basically this economic group of Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and now Iran and Argentina are asking to join BRICS as well. So, what is BRICS? I've applied to join BRICS. Ministry... The mechanism, Russia state media reported days after a summit of the five-nation bloc during the leaders agreed to continue to discuss the possibility of admitting new countries to the grouping on the basis of full consultation and consensus. So BRICS is this economic group with common interests formed by these countries. Now, one of the things that people may not be aware of is they're looking to form their own currency so as to replace the US dollar. The US dollar is the top dog in the world's economy. Of course, it's what US prints, well, not even print anymore, but what United States controls and what the rest of the world has to use. BRICS want to replace that. They want to change that with their own currency based on gold and apparently cryptocurrency as well. So exactly what it is that they'll come up with, we don't know. The thing is, there's a good chance that in the not so distant future, BRICS will have enough power so as to make that a reality. BRICS giving the current tendencies that we see, giving how, even today there's a lot of people, even from within the United States, supporting Russia, China, of course, Brazil, and yeah, why not South Africa, why not Argentina and Iran? Now, we're getting to the point where you have to pretty much decide where your loyalties are. These are opposing groups. These are economies that are, at this point, downright enemies if you look at the hot actual war going on. But economic adversaries, yes, all day long. What BRICS represents is the exact opposite of what the West is right now. The US dollar and BRICS will be the fight that you will see in years to come. Now, personally, I favor the West with all of its problems, with all of its defects. I still think that the United States and Europe offer a level, a quality of life, a standard of living, and certain achievements in terms of human development, freedom, liberty, some of the things we value the most in life, at least some of us do. I think the West still stands for that. At least I think that the West definitely stands for that a lot more than Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, and Argentina, and Iran. If you have any mental confusions regarding what this is, just look at who's running Russia, who's running India, China, South Africa, Argentina, and Iran. Brazil, you have Bolsonaro, who is one of these figures that, and he's very likely to be replaced now by Lula. Even if he's not, if you have an alliance of 70% of these being dictatorships, exactly what kind of quality of life are you looking at? And you may tell me, Fernando, you're so evil, you Western bastard. Well, you know what? I don't see so many people, trying to cross the border illegally into Russia or crossing the border illegally into China or South Africa. You do see quite a bit of that in terms of people trying to get illegally into the United States. You do see thousands upon thousands and hundreds of thousands of people trying to get illegally into Europe. So why is that? Are all of these people stupid? You could go to Russia, you could go to Brazil, you could go to Argentina illegally. That wouldn't be a problem. Iran, you wouldn't have an issue there. But there's this thing about the quality of life that you have in these places. Some people think these places are fantastic. Usually, you probably should go live there for a few years just to make up your mind for real. But at least that's where I stand. Let me know what you think in the comments below if you think that BRICS is the future in terms of freedom and human prosperity for years to come, or if you think that the US dollar and the West should remain, above and remain in charge of things in the world. But it's interesting nonetheless, things to be aware of. And in terms of preparing, well, gold definitely not going down anytime soon. Cryptocurrencies, if this is what the new BRICS currency will eventually be backed by, gold and cryptocurrency, maybe that's something to diversify into as well. Folks, if you want to learn more about survival and preparedness, especially surviving an economic collapse, how that affects your life, how you prepare for that, this is my book based on my experience going through an actual economic collapse in Argentina. You have, of course, street survival skills with the practical skills of survival and preparedness I learned over the years, and another book that you may want to check out, giving everything that we're talking about, bugging out and relocating, strategically relocating as things keep developing based on this sort of news. Yeah, that's something you want to look into as well. See you on our next video. Take care.